So I'd like to ask first General Petraeus and Ambassador Crocker, do you believe that the United States is providing sufficient resources to address the threat posed by al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb? Ambassador?
Senator, frankly, that takes me a little bit beyond my area of expertise. I don't focus on the Maghreb. I could say a few things based on my 2.5 years in Pakistan, and of course I went directly from Pakistan to Iraq in March. That is, the presence of al-Qaeda in the Pakistan-Afghanistan border area is a major challenge to us.
How concerned are you about al-Qaeda's safe haven in Pakistan?
We're all quite concerned.
Well, which is more important to defeating al-Qaeda, the situation in Pakistan or the situation in Iraq, Ambassador?
I'd say just one.
That's surely within your expertise.
Yes, sir.
You've been the ambassador to one and the ambassador to the other.
Yes, sir, which is why I'm addressing this. The challenges in confronting al-Qaeda in the Pak-Afghan border area are immense and they're complicated. I did not feel, from my perspective as ambassador to Pakistan, that the focus, the resources, the people needed to deal with that situation weren't available or weren't there because of Iraq.
What's more important, though, to fighting al-Qaeda, the situation in Pakistan or the situation in Iraq?
Senator, in my view, fighting al-Qaeda is what's important, whatever front they're on. Fighting al-Qaeda in Pakistan is critically important to us.
But, Ambassador,
fighting al-Qaeda in Iraq is critically important to us.
Surely in a war you have to have priorities. Some are more important than others. I'd like to ask the General his response. What about the situation that we find in North Africa and the other regions? You obviously must take this into account in thinking about your role in Iraq.
I am not in a position to comment on the resources we've committed to the Maghreb or to other areas. General McChrystal does brief us about once a week on the overall situation, but it is clearly with a focus to how that is affecting al-Qaeda in Iraq. For what it's worth, he, the commander of the Joint Special Operations Command, and the CIA director, when I talked to them a couple of months ago, agreed that their belief is that al-Qaeda Central sees al-Qaeda in Iraq as their central front in their global war on terror. That seems confirmed by the communications that we periodically see between al-Qaeda Central and al-Qaeda Iraq, although that could be changing as a result of the loss of momentum to some degree by al-Qaeda Iraq, and it's something that we need to keep an eye on clearly.
Well, with all due respect, these two critical leaders here in our government who I have great respect for are not willing to seriously comment about how this relates to the larger global fight against terrorism, the allocation of resources. This is a classic example of myopia. This is the myopia of Iraq that is affecting our ability to look at this as the global challenge it is. And by the way, General, I'd like to know, when will the level of American troops' deaths start to seriously decline in Iraq?
First of all, if I could just come back to your earlier comment with respect, Senator, what this is an example of a commander focused on his area of responsibility, and that is my mission. It is to accomplish the military tasks that are associated with this policy, not to fight the overall global war on terror.
I respect that and I understand that, but I guess what I'm coming as the broader context here of our discussions, that this is the most critical hearing we've had, and yet it's only about Iraq. But go ahead and please answer the question. Well, when can we expect the troop deaths to decline in Iraq?
It might be, again, that Admiral Fallon or others would be the ones, or the chairman, to comment on that.